Guardians. My name is Josh, aka Ultra, and I am your coach of the West Virginia Miniors. For those who do not watch my Twitter, the West Virginia Miniors is going to be my third and hopefully final franchise for my wallet. My wallet's sake, I should say. It's my third and final franchise. Let me pop the logo on there real quick. Shout out to Bill Standish for making this absolutely incredible logo for me. So the West Virginia Miniors, the reason why I have this franchise now is with the New York Metagross and the Phillies all do. I wanted something closer to home, something close, even though West Virginia kills me inside sometimes. I wanted something close to home to represent West Virginia, so we now have this as my third and final franchise. And yes, this is a fun for those who want to know. This is based off the West Virginia Miners, a local baseball team from where I live. So, now that we have introductions out of the way, welcome one and all to ICBA season number 4. Our first full season of the ICBA, where we are not coming in 0-2. We are coming 0-0, and we are, I'm super excited for this. We're here for our draft analysis, and I know recently I've been trying to be like really stringent with my draft analysis to keep them fresh, to keep them new. However, what's different about this one is what the draft actually is. So the draft is a standard S-tier, fairly standard S-tier league, as you remember from last season. A few new mons have been added, but generally it's nothing too crazy. So the way I did this draft was, since I'm celebrating this brand new league, the West Virginia Miniors, I wanted some new mons. So I'm only drafting mons that I've not used before, with what I found out to be one exception, which I will talk about when I get to it. But we are, I'm very excited, but I'm also very nervous, because when I looked at the tier list after I stripped everything away, this tier list, guys, was barren. Of all the tier 1s, we have to draft a tier 1. There were 5 tier 1s that I have not used. I think I'll get into what they are as when I start going on the mons, but it was very barren. It was a very difficult process to deal with, and you're gonna, I think it's gonna show a little bit in the team. Overall, as I stand back and look at it, like, it looks like a very, very decent team if I can use it correctly. However, it's not my typical forte, so like I'm kind of like on edge about it. But enough about that. Let us jump right into this format. Like I said, I didn't know what I was going to count. I didn't know if I wanted S tiers or not. I wasn't really sure of what I was going to go with. But originally, after looking at the tier list, me and a couple of members from the front office decided to go with grass spam. So, first things first, for my first round pick, we drafted Kartana. So, Kartana is going to be, I gotta make sure I have my nicknames pulled up. That means I gotta open this. Hopefully this doesn't ping a lot. So we drafted Kartana. And I'm also, to celebrate all the people who have helped me, I'm going to be naming all of my Pokemon this season after one of my friends. So, first we have Kartana. Let's get she down to level 50. In-game stats. This is going to be named after a friend from the MLP. Most of them are going to be. This is going to be Teps. So, Kartana is really nice. Obviously, if I'm going to get Grass Spam, I was going to also go with Tapu Bulu. I have not used Tapu Bulu before. It's the only Tapu I've never drafted. But Kartana it's excellent. I've been wanting to use it. Like, I've used it this isn't the exception. I used it in, like, a tournament, but that was, like, a game. That was, like, one single game. So, no. It's very fast. It has defog. It has amazing attack. It's amazing Scarfer. It's, very good offensive mon. It just gives me that nice offensive pressure immediately. I'm very glad that I got this, because looking at the tier list, I mean, imagine if you've been in all the leagues I've been in, and then you're gonna do all new mons, you're gonna be short on rockers, you're gonna be short on defog, you're gonna be short on old bulk, because I've used so many things, and specifically I'm gonna be short on things that I think I would work well with. Like, I draft new mons to this day still, and they're mons that I typically have an idea of how to use. Like, I can deal with Wish Protect, I know how to deal with certain fat mons, I know how to deal with mons that are very passive and still, like, not let them cause me to lose. So, the fact that round 1 I already have a defogger is very, very nice. Although I'm not going to be using defog on it all the time, it's very nice to have. So, round 2, my plan was grab Tapu Bulu, but LOL, that didn't happen. So, for round 2, I didn't know what to do, guys. Like, oh, that's my Twitter. Awesome. I meant to click down here. I don't know why I clicked on Twitter. So for round 2, when we got back, we had to devise a whole new plan. Like, this was just like hell on earth to deal with. Like, honestly, this was just like so much thinking and so much strategizing. I decided at this point that since I'm not going to be getting another tier 1, that I can draft a lower tier Mega and I can grab an S tier. Because originally with Kartana Bulu, I was not going to be able to grab an S tier without having to grab a lower tier Mega and then a couple extra tier 5s. So, I didn't want an S tier originally, but now that I can get one, I decided to get one. And I had it in PMC, but I had Torrent. So, I'm very happy to be using Greninja, but specifically, I'm going to be using Ash Greninja. I'm using Battle Bond Greninja, which I think is a completely different mon because it has less coverage and less moves than regular Greninja, but it has that ability to change forms. So, wow, everything's an exception. So we have Ash Greninja here, who is going to be named after Darude Leaf Storm, but it's just going to be Darude because limits. So we have Darude, our male Ash Greninja. And Greninja is just so much fun. Also, these two are going to end up being my 2 Z-Mons, so I'm very happy about that. Kartana, of course, being able to break through Mons that would typically wall it with the Z-Crystal, and then Ash Greninja just being able to fire off ridiculously strong attacks with Z-Crystals, and it also helps it get into its Battle Bomb form, so because of that strong attack. So, very happy with these two Z-Crystals. Greninja gives me spikes. It does not give me toxic spikes, unfortunately. I don't think I can run Protean. I think I have to run Battle Bond. I think that we went over that specifically, so I could find out if I had toxic spikes or not. But I have spikes. I have now U-turn potential. I have another very strong offensive mon. I have taunt. I believe you still get taunt, right? Yeah, I still get taunt. I have priority. I have good speed. I'm very happy with the fact that I was able to get this because it's probably gonna. I think it'll do really well. All right. So now we got that. Now comes the technically third, but now comes the next exception. Okay, so this is the main exception I was talking about. I have actually drafted this Pokemon before, and I'm gonna still run with it because I used it very rarely in a league where that was falling apart constantly, and I never really got the full opportunity to use this Pokemon to its full potential. So we have Crocodile. Can't remember whoever remembers to the USL days. I did draft Crocodile there, but I didn't get to use it too well because, one, I had a freaking Marshadow, so of course I'm not going to be worried about any other offensive mon. And I did the season. I only ended up playing 3 games total. The rest were forfeits. So we have Crocodile here. Of course, this is going to be named after my buddy, my best friend, coach of the Portland Prim Clubs. You got Cody, the Crocodile here, male. So Crocodile, very good because it gives me a ground type. I wanted certain types very, very fast. That's why my draft to everyone else seemed so weird because I was drafting stuff way earlier than you think. I drafted Kartana. I had pick number 4, and I drafted Kartana in an S tier league with stuff like Giratina laying around, and I said Kartana. So you can tell that I got a lot of flack for some of these picks, but I'm rolling with it because of how I did it. So this is really nice because it gives me a Pursuit user. I love having Pursuit on deck. It's just so nice. It gives me a Dark type so I don't lose, a second Dark type I should say, so I don't auto-lose to stuff like Necrozma, or Mew, or Reuniclus, or Megalottes. I now have insurance. I have extra insurance to 2 Dark types. Kind of sucks because my fairies list so far is Kartana, which gets 2 shot by every Dazzling Gleam ever. But that's not the point. I also have another potential Scarfer. I have rocks, most importantly. I have Stealth Rocks. I now have a Rocker, which is very nice. It's going to be very hard to get rocks up, I feel like, in certain games, just because limited rockers. So I'm very happy with this. I ended up at this point being okay, guys, we need to find some kind of defensive backbone, because at this point, it's looking like an L. So I'm going to have to grab as best a defensive backbone as I can, because I draft bulky offense and I draft balance. So I kind of don't have a lot of bulky mons on the table right now. But one mon I do have, which is going to be my next pick, is Slowbro. So Slowbro is really nice, as it gives me a nice bulkier water type, other than the Greninja, which is not a bulky water. It's a fast, offensive, fuck stuff in the butt. Water type, and this is going to be male, going to be named after my buddy Eric, aka E-Rob, who said, I want to be named after Slowbro because I'm not very smart. Eric is a lawyer. So, Slowbro is really nice. Having that nice, very sturdy fighting resist at this point was very nice because every other mon was weak to fighting. Having a mon that could switch in on fire types was very nice. Having a mon that could just be a nice physical wall in general. Being able to switch in on water and ice types. Generally, it just, like, it feels weird to me, but, like, it kind of also makes sense. I'm also lacking a bug resist. This kind of hurts my bug weakness, which is funny enough, but we do solve that later on. And at this point, I kind of started to, like, hold on, let me open the doc. I feel like I'm not fully in draft order anymore. I don't think what I'm showing on my nicknames list is draft order, so give me 1 second. Because I feel like this is when I've realized what I was going to end up doing with the team. So, where is it? Let me get to the team. So Slowbro is really nice. Just a fat, physically bulky mon. Being able to switch in on various hits. Even with an Assault Vest, I can switch in on special hits. And pivot around with that. Having Regenerate is also really helpful for that. Kind of like the Ting growth effect, I should say. So, just give me 1 second while this thing loads. There it is. Draft. Draft sheet, come on. Come on. My internet's not being happy with me today. Okay, so, yeah. This is the point where I realized what I had to do. Because I was kind of out of options. Like, I kept trying to find a way to make the team work. Like, I kept coming up with plans, different plans, and I kept holding up the draft because I couldn't figure out what I was going to do. And I ultimately decided that there's only one path to go. I think it was Cody who convinced me. Like, we were talking, and he brought up a certain thing I could do. And I was not happy about it. I was very much not happy about it. Because I hate doing this. Like, I hate other people who do this. So, once I get everything loaded up, I already know this nickname. I'm just gonna, yeah. So, I'm this asshole. I am this asshole this time. I drafted a little Ninetales. I've never used it before. Or drafted Veil. So, like, we already have a bunch of offensive mons. We do have a little bit of bulk here and there, but we're going to be using, like, a very offensively Veil-based team this time. The good thing about it is, now that I'm going to be using it, it's going to be easier to face because I don't know how to beat it, because I don't know how people beat me with it. So, with that being said, I have a Lone Ninetales. Of course, we already know what a Lone Ninetales does. It puts up Veil, and it can run offensive sets too, because Ice Fairy is a decent typing, offensively wise. It gets walled by steals, but you can chip those down, especially with everything I have in stuff like Kartana. I have Greninja. I have other Pokemon that you'll see. Like, steel types are going to be pressured by me. So, yay! Shout out to Ninetales. Yeah! I'm this asshole. I'm okay with it, though. Like, I think it'll be a lot of fun, especially with this next Pokemon, because this next Pokemon I'm really excited to use. I'm very, 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 very excited to use this next Pokemon. So, this next Pokemon, I went ahead and just grabbed my Mega, so no one else would take it, because this is a good Mega, especially with what I have. Oh my god, I'm so excited to be using Mega Heracross. Mega Heracross is fat. Mega Heracross is a fat son of a bitch. Like, 80, 115, 105, and I can support it with Veil. I'm a happy camper. And it's stupid strong. Yeah, it's slow. Do I have webs? Spoiler alert, no I don't. But I have Veil, and Heracross is just generally fat anyway. So it doesn't really need... Like, it can take a hit. Like, it's okay that it's Slug, because it can always take a hit and just kill something with its combination of stab. Like, nothing wants to handle Heracross. It's amazing. I fucking love it. So, yay! Shout out to Heracross. Oh, also, this is Aaron. And this is... Are you a Mega? I feel like you're a Mega. Shout out to my friend Omega Jolteon. Yes. So you are a Mega. Anyway, so that's the first 6. And here we're gonna, from this point on, I'm just like looking at a few bulk options. But generally, I'm also looking a lot at offense. So I can like pressure the hell out of my team, because that's how Auroraville works. So, the next mon we drafted, I believe at this point, I generally had a good idea of what I was drafting the rest of the... Oh wait, I lied. What I was drafting the rest of the way. And I don't think I got too horribly sniped. I think I got one thing sniped, but it wasn't like anything major. So, I lied. I did get webbed. I got Slurpuff. So, I now have a Belly Drum Sweeper behind Veil, and I also have a Web Setter behind Veil with Mega Heracross. So, this is just looking to be amazing. I have an Unburden Sweeper with Calm Mind. I have an Unburden Sweeper with Belly Drum. I have you, who was named after... I forgot. Shout out to Skyrise. So, Princess Sky. So that's Princess Sky. Immediately, like, the defenses look kind of bleh, but like, it's a Slurpuff. We know that this thing can be a crazy offensive threat. We know that this thing can be good at setting webs, at just being a general good support lead. It can also be a decent-ish fairy type. With Veil up, it's definitely very good because it can come in on dark types and dragons all day long and wish up. So that's very nice. Next mon we drafted. Keep going back to order. So those 4. All right. The next mon, I needed another rocker. I have Spikes. I have Veil. I have 1 Web Setter, and I have 1 rocker. I need to get some more rocks on the team. That's kind of what became one of the big priorities for the rest of the match. I also need to get some hazard removal because so far I have Kartana. So that's real great. So first thing I grabbed was rocks. So I've grabbed a Tyrantrum, which can set rocks. It can also be a lot of things. It can be Rock Polish, it can be Dragon Dance, it can be Choice Band, Choice Scarf, Hazard Bleed, I mean, whatever the hell I want. And it's named after my buddy Osh. So Mega Oshawott. Gets a lot of good coverage. Rock Stab is just so good because Rock Resist, especially from this, unless you're a really bulky ground type, like Rock Resist aren't Rock Resist. Because Banded Head Smash is just going to do 1,000 anyway. So, I'm really happy to have something like this, something this strong. Unfortunately, I can't make this a Z Crystal user too. I would be super happy because LOL +1 Continental Crush. It is weak to a lot of priority, however, it does have that nice physical bulk to complement the fact that it's weak to priority. It can take a priority hit. It doesn't have a lot of special defense, but I have Veil for that. So I'm very happy. It has Rock Head, so I don't have to take damage, which is always good, because that's why I hate using recoil moves, because I always take damage. But I will not have to worry about that with this Pokemon. Overall, I'm very happy. I got a second rocker. They're both weak to water and stuff. Well, they're not weak to water. Tyrantrum's neutral, but it's very easy to pressure it with water-type mirrors because of how slow its special bulk is. So, it's still going to be kind of hard to get up rocks, but like I feel comfortable with what I have so far when it comes to rockers. Now then, the next mon I drafted, I wanted hazard removal. I wanted something to prevent hazards from going up on my side. I'm kind of excited to use this Pokemon, especially because I've wanted to use Xatu for a while. And this is named after my buddy Glasswings, aka, I'm not going to say his name out loud, but this is named after my buddy Glasswings. And Magic Bounce is very, very nice. Being able to bounce back status, having its status switching is always good. Being able to bounce back rocks and Toxic Spikes and any number of things is always very great. And it gets defog now, so that's cool. Gives me another Volt Turner because I'm kind of lacking on Volt Turn. I got 2 of them. And I think I get 0 more. So that's like a big weakness of this team, is I don't have a lot of Volt turns. But overall, I'm very happy with this. It gets Nightshade, so it can have consistent damage output, but it doesn't need that all the time because it does have a decent special attack. It can run stuff like Psychic, Air Slash, Heat Wave, Grass type move, Giga Drain, Energy Ball. It gets Screens by itself in case I don't want to be risking versus other weather. I have Dazzling Gleam, I have Foul Play. Very good, fast, decent Pokemon, and with Veil up, it's going to be super bulky. So, very good at just being generally annoying for my opponent. And it's also another good fighting switch in, so yay. Next Mon, because I kind of got a good fighting switch in, I knew what 2 Mons I wanted at this point, and I was very confident that the one I picked last was going to last that long. So I grabbed the other Mon first. So I grabbed Pyroar. I needed a fire type, got a fire type. I needed a normal type, got a normal type. It's decently strong. Like it's underratedly strong. I think people just sleep on Pyroar a lot. Normal fire is really, really nice. Really nice of a type, except for like bulky rock types, so like Gigalith. It can be a very underrated threat. God knows from NPTL Season 1, I would know that could be a threat, so I'm just going to go ahead and at that point just type in, Scott. It's my buddy Scott. And yeah, I'm very excited for this Pokemon. It doesn't get the greatest move pool, but I mean, I've made a Rapidash work, so I made things with smaller move pools work, so I think I'll be just fine. Unnerve is also really good because if this is a very threatening Pokemon to them, then they can't just say, I'm just going to slap on an Aqua Berry and try to revenge it. That ain't going to work. So, I'm always happy about that. I'm always happy to see Unnerve. But last but not least, I mean, I drafted Veil. You can see it right here. Of course, you already know what's coming next. I need another Hazard removal. I need another Rock Setter. And we grabbed, where is it? Sand Slash Alola. Alolan Sand Slash. Of course, if you're going to have Hail, you might as well have Alolan Sand Slash there, just to also be able to set up Veil, also be able to set up Swords Dances, be able to Rapid Spin, be able to set up Stealth Rocks. The whole 9 yards. Nothing too surprising here with this pick from me. So, overall, oh wait, who are you named after? Okay. You're named after my buddy Shay. You're named after Shay Collum, coach of the fake San Jose Sharpedos. I mean the real San Jose Sharpedos. Screw you, Tom. Wait, Tom is in this league, isn't he? Damn it. Hi, Tom. Let me into GBA D-League Season 5, please. Thanks. Anyway, with that, that's our draft analysis. I'm very excited for this team. Week 1 will be going up next week, and we're going to be going against Paper and his Silesian Sceptile. Rematch from last season against someone who beat me, so hopefully we can pull out that W. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoy the draft. Let me know what you think of my draft below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.